Welcome, I'm the Gothic Librarian. Take a seat and let's begin. Warning, this story takes place in December 2013. My name is Elena, and every year at my work, my company does a secret Santa the week before Christmas. Today was the 18th, Wednesday, exactly 1 week before. The usual happened. The boss wrote down all the employees' names and put them all in a top hat. My boss loves Christmas. He utterly adores it, which is why the office is covered in fake snow, Christmas trees, and tinsel. I love Christmas myself, so I'm happy he's so into it. My turn was up now. I wished him the usual Merry Christmas, sir, and picked out a name. He returned my comment with a Merry Christmas to you too, hon. This year, we decided it would be more fun if we all had the presents delivered to each of our houses on Christmas morning rather than 2 days before when work ends. So each name also came with an address on it. I wasn't thrilled with the idea, but my coworkers are all nice people, so it's not like I can't trust them. I looked down at the piece of paper I'd grabbed. It was my friend's name, Ella. She works in the cubicle right next to me, so we are pretty close, and I knew exactly what I would be getting her. Last week, she was saying how her cat had been naughty and got in a fight with the dress she was going to wear for the Christmas party. 2 days passed, and it was Friday now, and I'd found the perfect gift for Ella, a very sexy and expensive red dress. Obviously, she knew I had her straight away. I couldn't help but giggle when she asked who I'd gotten. As usual, haha, everyone in the office would know who their closest friends had. Our boss the first year did try and get us not to tell, but his attempts were futile. Plus, if Ella hadn't have known, she might have bought another dress, and, well, I know she'll look amazing in the one I got her. I don't know what it is about Ella. She's just so amazing. She was the first person I met on first day working here. With her long blonde hair and time-stopping green eyes, she was just amazing. I'd considered the possibility that I was in love with her a long time ago, but I always tried my hardest not to think about it. I was happy being her friend and working with her. It's Sunday the 22nd now. It's weird, my boss wasn't at work today. He was supposed to be here to help set up the Christmas party for the 24th. I guess I didn't mind, though. I got to work with some people I'd never really met before in different departments of the company. They were nice, yeah. One guy called Sam seemed interested in me. I had people look a lot, but no one ever really liked me. Sam was nice and intelligent. He even asked me out to dinner that night. I had to decline, though. I was going to Ella's to do some baking for the party, as I couldn't do it at my house. I made an amazing apple pie, but I'd broken my oven door. I'm not proud to admit how, but yes, I was standing on it to see if it could hold my weight as a joke. It couldn't. The second I stood on it, the door of the oven, the glass smashed straight through. I felt silly for trying it, so I only told Ella and my boss because I needed a day off due to the cuts on my ankles from going through the glass. They both laughed and knocked it up to my unusual weird behavior. When I got to work the next day, I did look for Sam, but I never did see Sam again. He was transferred out of the department to another branch all the way across town the next day. I forgot about him easily. I mean, the Christmas party is tomorrow, and I couldn't be any happier. All the workers were dressed up as elves. It looked like it would be a good year. After work, I went home and I rang Sam on the number he gave me. When he answered, it sounded okay, but when he knew it was me, he got all nervous and used the excuse, "Sorry, the kettle just boiled," to hang up. Oh well, I thought. The Christmas party, may I say, was eventful. There's nothing better than seeing all your drunk co-workers trying to sing Christmas carols at 1 in the morning. I was having such an amazing time. I didn't see Ella leave, which was weird. She was normally my center of attention, but the party was just so much fun. I only now realize she never said bye. As I woke up that morning, I had completely forgotten about the Secret Santas being delivered to our houses. I got out of bed, went downstairs, and made a cinnamon coffee. That's when I heard knocking at my door. Oh yes, delivery man. This year I didn't try so hard to find out who was sending me something, so I really was clueless. I signed for the package and brought it back in. It was just a box-shaped present wrapped in snowman wrapping paper. When I opened it, I didn't look straight in the box, but I picked up the note that had fallen from the lid. Merry Christmas, Lena. I love you so much. You have always been my favorite. Bad little Ella wanted you all to herself, though. I couldn't let that happen, even if you'll never love me. She was waiting at your house for you, which made it so much easier. She was wearing the dress you bought her. It did look so nice. You now have Ella's heart, though. Just what you always wanted. After reading the note, I decided to look into the box. I screamed, and I kept screaming. There inside the box was what was later confirmed as Ella's heart. There was a PS on the bottom of the note. I fixed your oven as well, hon. Last year, on Boxing Day, I found a really cool ornament in a clearance box. It had a built-in camera to record a unique perspective on your holiday celebrations. I grabbed the last one from the store's dusty shelf and brought it home for less than $10. I forgot about it until my wife, my 2 daughters, and I decorated the house earlier this month. I told my daughters about the camera and said we'd secretly catch Santa in the act. I had an old costume in the attic and intended to deliver some gifts in full view of the camera on Christmas night. My girls were overjoyed and went back and forth trying to find the best place to put the ornament on the tree. They had no idea Daddy repositioned it later so it could actually catch the living room and a good angle. In the nights leading up to Christmas, I turned the camera on to make sure everything was working properly. In the morning, I previewed the footage, just long enough to confirm the thing was working. Satisfied, I inserted the microSD card back into the ornament and slipped in a new battery in anticipation for the big night. Daddy didn't want to disappoint his girls with a failed recording. We enjoyed Christmas Eve as a family, playing board games and eating way more junk food than there was room for in our stomachs. Like we do every year, we let our daughters open one gift from Mommy and Daddy before going to bed. The girls, still riding their sugar high, could be heard giggling in their bedrooms from all the way up the stairs. From time to time, my wife and I could hear one of them shush the other, claiming she'd heard hoofs on the roof or bells jingling. Eventually, our kiddos dozed off. My wife kissed me on the cheek and headed to bed, while I turned off all the lights. I retrieved the costume and tiptoed to the living room, getting ready for my big feature film debut. I did everything you would expect Santa to do. I ate most of the cookies, I drank the milk, I pat my large stomach and said my ho-ho-ho's, and I dropped a few presents by the fireplace, all in full view of the camera. A pretty good acting job, if I do say so myself. On Christmas morning, the girls came running into our bedroom to wake us up. They excitedly insisted we watch the video before opening the presents. I transferred the footage to my laptop, forwarded to where Santa showed up, and pressed play. My girls squealed with delight and jumped in front of the screen, waving at Santa while obscuring the video from my view. It brought me so much joy to see how happy the girls were. I was too lazy to stop the video, so it continued to play in the background while we unwrapped out gifts. I spotted a box I had not seen the night before. It was small and wrapped in a blue foil paper I did not recognize. My name was on it, but my wife seemed as surprised as I was to see it there. Noticing my confusion, my youngest daughter spoke. "Daddy, that's gotta be from Mr. Elf," she said, her voice cheerful and bright. I was ready to dismiss her elf comment as just another weird things kids say, but my wife wasn't so quick to ignore it. "Honey, what elf?" she asked. My daughter pointed to the laptop. By then, the video had ended, and all that was left on the screen was a preview of the first frame. "The one that came with Santa," she answered. Panic struck me, like a bird in a jet propeller. I know my wife didn't dress up as an elf. I scanned the video, clicking forward and back until I saw what my daughter had seen. There was someone in the living room. He walked into the corner after I had turned the lights off. He stood there, watching me parading around as Santa. The video went completely quiet after that. It was as though the camera failed to record a single sound. The strange, tall man in an elf costume stood perfectly still for over an hour, watching the camera from a distance. After a while, he walked over to the plate of cookies and bit the head off a gingerbread man. I glanced at the plate and saw his teeth mark on the decapitated cookie. The man then quietly approached the Christmas tree. I thought the audio wasn't working, but as he reached the tree, I began hearing his slow and steady breaths. He reached towards the ornament, and the video stopped. In a terrified frenzy, I grabbed the blue box he'd left behind. I ripped the bow off of it and tossed the frilly thing away. I frantically removed the wrapping paper, opened the box, and looked inside. There, on a bed of bubble wrap, was the battery I'd put in the camera the night before. My wife took the ornament and opened the back. The battery was missing. I don't know what scares me more. What the camera caught, or what the elf might have done after he turned off the camera. Dear Santa, I know it's still far, far, far away, but I thought I'd get my Christmas letter in early. Mommy says the early bird catches the worm. I don't know what that means, but I hope you don't bring me worms. I've been a very, very good girl this year. I have brushed my teeth every night without having to be told. Well, almost every night. I got 3 gold stars last week, and the week before I got 4. My teacher said I am the best at being quiet during silent time. I also helped Mommy smile more. She is a lot happier now than she was last year, and it's all because of me. You see, I have been a really good girl. I know you like it when we get on the nice list. I know that makes you happy, but there aren't very many good people in this town, Santa. I'm very sorry about that, but I am doing my best to help you. Sometimes naughty people go missing. It's easier than having to talk to the doctors and the police. I've talked to them too much lately. They all seem to be looking at me strangely now. Actually, a lot of people have been looking at me funny lately, and I really don't like that. I don't want them to stare at me like I grew a foot out of my head or something. Donnie liked to stare. He was friends with the mean girl. I think he liked her. He would glare at me in class while we were doing math. It was very distracting, Santa. I don't like people looking at me that way. Danny would follow me out onto the playground too. He would whisper things to his mean friends, and they would all turn to look at me, then laugh. Danny was a naughty boy, Santa, but don't worry, you don't have to bring him any coal. Danny doesn't need a stocking this year. Good girls are helpful. They make things better for everyone. I made things better for you, Santa. I am just like your little helper. His parents are still looking for him, you know. I think they would like a Christmas miracle, just like in the movies. I think they are hoping he will come home soon. I guess if you are feeling up to it, Santa, you can give them a Christmas miracle. I don't know how happy they would be to find their son now, though. Have you ever seen a nasty little boy that was missing his eyes? He shouldn't have stared at me like that. He shouldn't have been such a mean boy. It's not nice to stare, Santa. Mommy taught me that, and I passed that on to Donnie. Anyway, I've been such a good girl lately that I bet you can't wait to give me a present. Could you please ask the elves to build me a pretty blue box? One that is large enough to fit a lot of things in, one with secret compartments for my secret collection? I would be ever so thankful if you could ask them to make that for me. I won't ask for anything else either. I'm all done, Santa. I hope you are having a nice day, and I hope you and Mrs. Claus have a happy Thanksgiving. Give the elves and the reindeer a big hug for me. I'll be dropping this letter off at the mall this Friday after Thanksgiving. I can wait for you to get it. Bye from your favorite little helper, E. Thank you for checking in at the Gothic Library. Have a Merry Christmas and check out for Santa, elves, secret Santas, well, everyone actually. Stay safe and I'll see you at my next public reading.